now that you've been in the fire, I mean, you were able to measure yourself against Michigan State and scrimmages and those kinds of things, but now that you've been in the fire, did you feel that even at this age that you weren't overwhelmed, or, it wasn't more than you as a freshman could handle?
Well, I mean, I think in the first quarter, especially against Michigan, I felt like I wasn't being quite aggressive enough, as I could be. And I think throughout the game, I picked up how it's actually played on defense compared to just special teams, especially, and that's something I'm going to adjust to every single game. It's something I'm going to get better at. And but I felt very confident leaving the game that I could compete with anyone who's out there.
How has your life changed since Saturday?
I mean, after the game, obviously you have people calling you, texting you that you haven't talked to in forever, that kind of thing, it's great. It means people are watching that from back home, wherever it is, but and people in classes congratulating you and stuff. But I mean, as great of a win as it was, it's like you can't even quite appreciate it enough, because you just got to go on to the next week and focus on it. So hasn't changed a whole lot. Just come out here, go to work, and just focus on the next team.
Is that what you see in this team, why it's so able to bounce back from big wins and disappointing losses, which it's been had to bounce back from big wins more often than disappointing losses?
Right. I mean, that's a mentality Coach D has. He gives us. I mean, he's a energy-filled guy. He loves celebrating after the wins. He wants us to enjoy our wins, but that's something he just instills in us, and he gets us ready to go for the next week of practice. And so that's the mindset we take, because we take it from our leader.
So you're still just a true freshman. Would you say that part of the reason you were able to crack this rotation so early is because what's in between your ears? Are you as good mentally as you are physically?
Well, I don't. Especially with Kari and I both, safety is a very critical position in the defense. You got to make a lot of calls, and I don't think they would have put us out there if we weren't ready for the mental aspect as well. And I think the mental aspect is just as big, if not a bigger part of football than the physical part. So, and I think we were both ready to handle that, and we've been doing really well with it, with the more and more reps we've got in practice every week.
Yeah, that's what D'Antonio was saying was part of the name, Rangers mission 4-10. Describe what you saw on that play.
Well, I came off the edge, and Matt Morrissey and I hit him at the same time, hit the punter at the same time. Whether I hit the ball out, I don't know. It just, the ball popped out, and I get up, I see Jalen running down the sideline, and before you know it, our whole team is sprinting over to Jalen, and you just look up at the crowd, and they're dead silent, except our little sliver of parents basically in the stands, and it was the most overwhelming experience probably of my entire life. It was incredible.